Good day, my dear grade 9 students. Welcome to our science class. I am teacher Isabel from Bulan National High School, and I will be your teacher for today's session in grade 9 science. Before starting our lesson, please take note of the following reminders. First, prepare your pen, paper, and self-learning modules. Remember, you can always play or pause this video whenever necessary. You can always go back or revisit any portion of this video lesson. Our topic today is very interesting. It can be seen as a magnificent natural beauty, but it can cause severe damage to properties and harmful effects to our environment. Do you know what this landform is? That's right, it's a volcano. Today, I will be bringing you to the world of volcanoes. Make sure that you are in a comfortable place where you can listen and watch attentively to our discussion. Are you excited? Are you ready to learn with me? Come on! This lesson addresses this most essential learning competency. Describe the different types of volcanoes and volcanic eruption. The Philippines is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire. As a result, it is a home to many volcanoes. One of the most recent and dangerous volcanic eruptions in the country was the 2020 Taal volcano eruption, which affected thousands of families and caused millions worth of damage. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, our country has a unique tectonic setting ideal to volcanic activities. It is therefore important for us to know how volcanic eruptions occur to reduce the risk and effects that they may cause. Volcano is an opening in the Earth's surface where molten rock can escape from underneath. The hot molten rock from the volcano comes from the magma chamber deep within the Earth. Volcanoes may release volcanic materials like lava, steam, ashes, and sulfur gas. Volcanoes erupt when they can no longer hold the pressure buildup inside. This can cause tremendous explosion or an overflow of lava from the crater or vents from the slope of the volcano. The Earth's surface is made up of tectonic plates, which are spreading apart, crunching into each other, or sliding beside one another. Volcanoes are typically found at the fault lines between these plates. Now that we know what a volcano is, let us continue to explore the different types of volcanoes. We can identify the types of volcanoes by their pattern of eruption. There are three types of volcanoes based on the frequency of eruption. These are active, inactive or dormant, and extinct. Active volcanoes have a recent history of eruptions. They are likely to erupt again. These volcanoes are those that have a record of eruption within the last 600 years or those that erupted 10,000 years ago based on the analysis of their materials. Three of the famous volcanoes in the Philippines, namely Mayon, Pinatubo, and Taal, are active and are found in Luzon and Mount Canlaon in Visayas. The next type of volcano is what we call inactive or dormant. What is an inactive or dormant type of volcano? Dormant volcanoes have not erupted for a very long time but may erupt at a future time. It is sometimes called dormant or sleeping volcano, and it has not erupted for a very long time but can potentially erupt in the future. Examples of inactive volcanoes are Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fuji in Japan.
Extinct volcanoes are not expected to erupt in the future. Extinct volcanoes has not erupted in the past 10,000 years or will not erupt in the future.
Most people assume that volcanoes are all tall cone-shaped structures that erupt violently and produce huge amounts of ash and gas. However, not all volcanoes are limited to these features. Volcanoes vary in structure and the type of eruption that they have. Volcanoes can be classified into 4 groups based on their shape and volcanic cones. So there are 4 main types of volcanoes. These 4 types are cinder cone, composite, shield, and lava domes.
Cinder cones are the simplest volcanoes. They are made of small pieces of solid lava called cinder. When these volcanoes erupt, a powerful blast spews molten rock, ash, and gas into the air. As the rocks cool quickly in the air, they fall and break into cinder, which builds up and forms the cone shape. These volcanoes can reach around 1,000 feet. Composite or stratovolcanoes are usually tall with steep, even sides and made out of repeating layers of lava flows, volcanic ash, cinder, blocks, and volcanic bombs. They can reach over 8,000 feet above their surroundings. An example is the Mount Rainier in Washington State at 14,410 feet above sea level. A lot of famous mountains around the world are composite volcanoes. Shell volcanoes form from lava flows. Lava pours out of vents in all directions. The flows overlap, and as they cool, form a gently sloping dome shape that appears like a shield from a distance. Some of the biggest volcanoes are the shield volcanoes. Lava domes form when lava is too thick, piling up on and around the vent. From far away, they can look like muffins. Lava domes usually form within craters or along edges of large steep-sided composite. Lava domes can be dangerous if the cool and hard outer shell shatters and spills hot rock and gases down mountainside. And those are the 4 types of volcanoes according to its shape. Again, we have cinder cone volcano, also known as scoria cone, and has wide crater. Composite volcano, or also known as stratovolcano, with nearly perfect slope structure. Shield volcano that is broad and resembles a warrior shield. And lava domes that looks like a giant muffin. Now, can you identify the following volcanoes as lava dome, shield, composite, and cinder? Let's start! This is the Paricutin in Mexico, and this is an example of right class, cinder cone volcano. Let's have this beautiful, perfectly cone-shaped volcano, our very own Mayon volcano. What do you think is this type of volcano? This is composite volcano. Very good, class. Next, we have Mauna Loa, which is known to be the world's biggest volcano. This is an example of right, shield volcano. Good job, class. Lastly, how about this one? Exactly. It's a lava dome. The lava dome grew intermittently in the crater of the volcano following the great eruption of Mount St. Helens last May 18, 1980.
Alright, this time, let us discuss about volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruption can be effusive or explosive. Effusive type of volcanic eruption is where the lava flows like a thick, sticky liquid. In effusive eruption, the gassing is common, but ash is usually not. The gassing is the process by which magma loses its volatiles to the atmosphere. The gassing can occur at craters or through the soil. So, volatiles are those readily vaporizable materials present in the magma such as water and carbon dioxide. In explosive type of eruption, It is where fragmented lava explodes out of a vent. In explosive eruption, the fragmented rock may be accompanied by ash and gases. Eruptions are named for a particular volcano, where the type of eruption is common. Hawaiian eruptions get their names from the Kilauea volcano on the big island of Hawaii, which is famous for producing spectacular fire fountains. Others concern the resulting shape of the eruptive products or the place where the eruption occurred. Strombolian eruptions are a type of volcanic eruption named after the volcano Stromboli, which had been erupting nearly continuously for centuries.
Volcanoes are described according to the style of eruption. We have Hawaiian, Strombolian, Volcanian, Plinian, Circean, and Icelandic. Hawaiian eruption is a type of volcanic eruption where lava flows from the vent in a relatively gentle, low-level eruption. It is so named because it is characteristic of Hawaiian volcanoes. This type of eruption occurs most often at hotspot volcanoes such as Kilauea on Hawaii's Big Island. Strombolian eruption is a periodic weak to violent eruption characterized by fountain lava, just like the Batutara, which is a small island volcano in Indonesia. Volcanic eruption is characterized by tall eruption columns that reach up to 20 kilometers high with pyroclastic flow and ashfall tephra, like the Sakurajima in Japan. Volcanic eruptions are named for the Italian island of Volcano. Plinian eruptions are excessively explosive type of eruption of gas and pyroclastics, just like our Pinatubo volcano in Zambales. Plinian eruptions are the largest and most violent of all types of volcanic eruptions. They release enormous amounts of energy and create eruption columns of gas and ash that can rise up to 50 kilometers high at speeds of hundreds of meters per second. Plinian eruptions are extremely destructive and can even obliterate the entire top of a mountain. Circean eruption is a type of volcanic eruption caused by shallow water interactions between water and lava, named so after its most famous example, the eruption and formation of the island of Circe off the coast of Iceland in 1963. The Icelandic type is characterized by effusions of molten basaltic lava that flow from long parallel fissures. Such outpourings often build lava plateaus. Thousands of people have flocked to Iceland to catch a glimpse of a volcano that's been erupting for months. Many have been venturing as close as possible to a safety fence set up to protect them against sprays of red-hot rock. Friday night on March 19, 2021, a volcano erupted in Iceland in Fagradalsfjall Mountains area. How is the shape of a volcano related to its eruptive style? If a volcano produces very fluid lava with low in the compound SiO2 or silica, the magma flows a long distance before it cools, making a flat, shield-shaped volcano. If the volcano produces very sticky magma with high in silica, it tends to have an explosive eruptive style like that of a composite volcano.
There you have it! I hope you learned a lot about the different types of volcanoes and volcanic eruption. Did you enjoy? Since you're done with the discussion, let us measure how far you have learned the lesson. So now please get one whole pad paper and keep your things aside from your pen and your paper. And of course your module. So by the way, do not forget to write your name and your section on the top of the paper. Are you ready? It's time to check yourself. This time, we are going to brush up your knowledge about volcanoes. Learn more of the different volcanoes in the Philippines by performing activities on pages 3 to 6 of your module.
Wow! Volcanoes are surely interesting to talk about. Let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. A volcano is an opening in the Earth's surface where molten rock can escape from underneath. Volcanoes are classified according to record of eruption, we have active, inactive or dormant, and extinct. And shape of volcanic cone, we have cinder, composite, shield, and lava domes. Volcanic eruptions can be effusive or explosive. Volcanoes are described according to the style of eruption as follows: Hawaiian, Strombolian, Volcanian, Plinian, Circean, and Icelandic. It's quiz time. Identify what is being asked in the following statements. How was your score? If you got it all perfect, congratulations! If not, you can always go back to any part of this video lesson and restudy.
And that's all for today. I hope you learned a lot from our discussion on volcanoes. Together, let us discover things around us because science is everywhere. This has been Teacher Isabel saying, keep going, stay home and stay safe. God bless you and goodbye. Have a great day.